I done made my mind up a long time ago. They ain't no woman gonna tell me what to do and holler at me like I'm a dog. Whoa! Okay, let's look at her equipment right here. I'm using a Cadence rod. It's the CR7, 6'3" medium light extra fast tip. And it's a 40-ton construction rod, one piece, light as feather, folks. And I'm using a Bass Pro Shop Johnny Morris reel. And it's rated for 6 to 8 pound test line. Now I'm using 8 pound test braid. And for the leader, I'm using 8 pound test fluorocarbon leader. Okay, I have it the two lines fastened together with a double uni knot. And I'm using a 1/20, no. Yeah, this is a 1/24 of an ounce jig right here. Natural looking color, tied with a loop knot. And all I'm doing is just fan casting this flat. We got some fish up there. Maybe there's some crappie. Now I'm in 18 feet of water, but I'm throwing up on a flat that's around 6 and 7 feet. And I'm coming off the edge of it real slow. This water is real clear, so there's no need to reel it quick. Of course, we're fishing for crappie, and there's no need to put any action into it. This jig right here was tied for me, and it has plenty of action. So I'm going to throw it up there in that 6 and 8 feet of water. Okay, it's on the bottom now. Once it gets to the bottom, I'm coming off the actual drop off. Real slow. I'm trying to keep about that level. There we go. Oh, I got a knot in my braid. Let me try this. Didn't see that. I just hope this fish is still gonna be on there, because I know what it is. Wind knot. It's a crappie. See how lucky I can get right here. Let me pick this out. Doggone it. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this, folks. It's that bad of a knot. We're gonna hand line him in. That fish was in 8 feet of water. He's still there. What a way to catch one. But I got some crappie found right here, if he'll stay on. Doggone it. I usually don't have trouble with braid. That fish fat, ain't it? I don't know if it's a crappie or not. Feels like it. Yeah, it is. It's a good crappie too. What about this? I'm surprised he stayed hooked. Oh my goodness. Look here, what a crappie. Wouldn't that be sad if he got off after all that? Let's try to lift him in here. Look here. Done it. What was I saying? I usually don't have trouble with braid. Look at there, what a crappie. However, it's bad windy. This wind is terrible today. Caught him in a good place right there. I love to catch him right there in the roof of the mouth. What a way to start a video. That's a pretty crappie right there. Good fish. Alright, we've looked at him enough. Let's let him go. I gotta retie my leader. Go on back. I was lucky there to catch that fish. Y'all must agree. Whoa. Let's catch another one. Whoa. I know where they're at now. Well, here's a good time to tie a uni knot. You just take the lines like this, folks, and bypass them. Okay. Make you a loop like that. Take your tag in and go through. I go 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and just cinch it up, not real tight, but pretty tight, like that, and then reverse it. And here's my braid. I'm going to do the same thing. 5 times works for me. Never have one slip out. All right, there's 5, and do the same thing. Snug it like that, and then watch this. Both of these will come together. Put a little bit of pressure like that. And what I like to do is take each tag in and put a little bit more into it. Snip them off. Right there and right here. Close as you can. Now I do have a little problem today. This rod right here, the eyelets are a little bit small. I would suggest most of my other rods that I use braid with, excuse me, a lot's happening. When it's windy, I have an awful bunch of trouble out here on the water. But my eyelets are real small. That's not a good thing, not on braid, but we're gonna go ahead and use it and catch another one. Don't give up. Give out, but don't never give up. I'm about in the same area there. Let's see what'll happen right here. I'm gonna come through there real slow and then boom. Now this is a crappie fish right here. With braid and fluorocarbon, you can feel every little movement. Look at there. That's another white crappie. He's fat too. Okay. White crappie fish. Let's net him. He ain't hooked real good, and he's a pretty good fish. Okay. Actually, he's a good fish. Actually, that's kind of too big of a word for me. Ain't that pretty? They. See, I still got my marker right there for reference. I know those fish is wadded up right there. That's how important a marker buoy is. If you don't have a GPS, which I don't. I know, folks, I need to upgrade, but really, technology is good, but it's getting too good. We're getting too smart for our own good. Now, that's just another personal opinion. Best thing we can do right here, just making it. They're eating this jig up, by the way. We'll just make us another cast out there and catch one. Pick that rod tip up, barely bring it back, and go ahead and catch him. See, it's that easy. Now this is a definite crappie, because he's lolling. He's going back and forth, back and forth. It may be annoying that my drag's slipping right here, folks, but if I don't, it'd bend this little hook out. And I know it's just a little wire hook. Good hook. If I'd been using mono, this wouldn't have been happening right here, the hook bending like this, but always prepare. I say, I should have brought me a rod with mono on it. There's advantages to mono and braid. Now, if this jig head had a little stronger hook in it, and it's a heck of a jig. Look at there, what a crappie. Getting it up. Let's let him go right here. There he goes. That ain't but one thing to do. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. There ain't no need of it. I'm not like that. What I'm gonna do is catch another one.
I don't know big words to say. I can't even spell them, much less pronounce them. I don't know big words.
There we go. That's another crappie. Just one after another. These fish is suspended about 3 feet deep in 6 to 8 feet of water. And that's just all there are to it. Let's see how this fish is hooked. Man, he's giving it, ain't he? Yeah, we can flip him in. See there. But anyhow, it don't make no difference. Right now, if I had a cane pole, I could catch them, which is a good way to fish. That line went right through there when the fish turned and cut his tail. A little white crappie. Go on back in there, boy. Whoa. Can y'all see them eagles right there? There's 3 of them. One in a tree, and 2 flying right there. Now, if that ain't Americana, I don't know what is. It's right here. Ain't that pretty? There's several of them flying around. There he is. What do we got? Could it be? It is. Quit. You're too little to be fighting that hard. A little black crappie. I'm changing angles right now, trying to get some more bites. When you keep catching fish, and let's let him go. Go on back, little fella. And when you keep catching them and letting them go, instead of throwing them in the bucket, what they do is they go right back to the school, and they become a little harder, and a little harder to catch. Big part of open water fishing, when you find a school of fish, is if they quit biting from one angle, come at them from a different angle, and you can get a few bites, usually. 3 feet of water. There we go. That feels like a pretty decent fish right here. That's one thing about braid. You can feel everything, folks. Every head shake, every time they turn, they go one direction, and then the next. This is a little white crappie. Okay, let's bring him on in here. Well, he ain't really that little. Beautiful fish. Let's let him go. Or her. Could be a her. There we go. Now that's got to be the best part of it. Well, folks, I'm going to go ahead and pack it up. That was a pretty doggone good afternoon of fishing. Casting with braid. I enjoyed it. You can surely feel the thump. There ain't no doubt about that. I want to thank y'all once again for everything y'all have done, spending a little time with me on the water. And thank y'all very much for buying the Richard Jean Fishing Machine hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts. Hey, whoa. And remember, go fishing when you can, but all this
There he